نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه وبعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربنا زدنا علما. Today we are going to review few of our previous lessons that we already covered. So inshallah, uh, let's start. As we have already learned before, we started with kalima and its three types, isim, fail, and harf, and then uh, we went into great detail with isim, which has four main characteristics. And as you can see on your screens, we have already covered all of these four characteristics uh, and their types. So the first one was a tarif, the definiteness of an isim, and it has two types, marifa and nakira. Then we learn about the al-adad, that's number, and an isim can be divided into three types with respect to the number, mufrad, musanna, and jama. Then we studied about al-jins, the gender of an isim, and it is again divided into muzakkar and monas. Then we did about Arab, and that's morab and mabni. Morab isim are those who show the three statuses in their endings. With showing dhamma in the marfu state and fatha in the mansub state, and kasra in their majroor state. While we learn about the mabni, that these words, these ism, do not show while they are in the states of marfu, mansoob, and majroor. They do not show their three statuses, and they mostly have dhamma and fatha in their statuses. So. Then we learned about the Marfa isms, that what are the seven conditions that an ism can be al Marfa. And we also went to detail about these seven types of Marfa ism. Al ism bil alam, and al ism alam, al mu'arraf bil lam, al damir, ism ishara, ism mawsul, al mudaf ila marifa, al ism munada. We learn about these types, and for the revisions you can go through the previous sessions. Now today we are starting with the revision of ad-damair, the pronouns, and we already studied about them, that they are of two types, ad-damir munfasil and ad-damir muttasil. Ad-damir munfasil is the detached pronoun or an independent pronoun, and ad-damir muttasil is the attached pronoun, and it is it can be a dependent pronoun. So a damir muttasil is the attached pronoun. It comes attached to a noun, a verb, or particle. They are always in the state of nasab and jar, except for I. And we are going to go into the advanced practices of these damir as we proceed in lessons. And damir munfasil is the detached pronoun, and it comes separately without attaching itself to a verb, noun, or particle. They are always proper and the state of rafa, unlike the damir muttasil, which is always in the state of nasab and jar. And this damir munfasil are the independent pronouns. You can see here the chart that we memorized, and I hope that most of you have already memorized this chart, because as we are just progressing, that it is very necessary that all that the charts that we have learned so far, you must have remembered them by heart till now, because it is going to help you a lot in your advanced studies. So we learn about this Damir Munfasil chart. This is the separate, or this is the, you can say, is the detached pronoun chart. So we learned that we memorized this chart about Muzakkar and Monas, about the third person, the first person, the second person is Huwa Huma Hum, Hiya Huma Hunna, Anta Antuma Antum, Anti Antuma Antunna, Ana Nahnu. So you are going to memorize it. Those who haven't memorized it yet, please go to the chart and memorize it. It is going to help you a lot. Then we have this chart of the attached pronouns and how they are going to be attached with a noun, a verb, or a verb. Okay, so this you're going to, this is the same chart, but there's just the symbols are different for this muttasil chart. Okay, now here are these examples for the detached and the dash pronouns. Qul huwallahu ahad. You can see here, this is the Damir Munfasil, and it is not attached to any word. فَوَسْوَسَ لَهُمَا الشَّيْطَانُ. Here, this is the attached pronoun, and this is attached with the harf of jar, lahuma. And as you can see in the charts, that for third person musanna, for both charts, it is huma for musanna. See, this huma for the munfasil, damir munfasil, and huma here for the muttasil. Again, there are a few more examples that are done here for the damir munfasil and muttasil. Again, ya the muskun anta wa zawjikal jannata. Here we can see that both the forms of damir for you, damir munfasil and muttasil is given here. Anta and ka. This is the damir munfasil, the detached pronoun, and this is the damir muttasil, the attached pronoun. It is attached to an isim, zawju. In the same way, these all examples are given for the damir muttasil and munfasil. Here, this is the damir muttasil because it is attached to iya. Again, here laka and sadraka, this is the attached damir muttasil form of anta, and it is attached with, this one is attached with the harf of jar, and this is attached with a noun. And in the same way, these examples you can see. Now there are some more examples given for the damir muttasil and muttasil. Okay, so this is the rule for how to attach the ana form of the damir muttasil and munfasil, and this is for this rule is for the verbs and for the nouns. As you can see, when attached pronouns are used with a noun, we suffix ya to the noun, and when they are used with the verb, a ni is added or used with the verb. Like you can see here, Rabbi. Rab is a noun, and when we are going to attach the detached form of the pronoun for ana, we are going to add ya only. We are not going to say Rabbini. We are only going to attach the ya here. Rabbi, my Lord, my Lord. And this is we have already done with the Dafa construction. Um, so you can see here, like we are we have already done a lot of Murakkab Naqis, and here you can see that We can see that here Rabbi is an idafa. Lord of mine, or Rabbi, my Lord. Here it is attached with this ni form is attached with the verb khalaqa. So we are not going to only add the ya, we are going to add noon here. Khalaqani, he created me. My Lord. Rabbi, my Lord. Khalaqani, he created me. So, Rabbi and Khalaqani. Rabbi is a idafa construction where Rabbi is a mudaf and E is a mudaf ilayh. Okay, so we'll see the next slide. Okay, here sometimes in first person possessive, singular pronoun E is not attached to the noun or verb, but the possession is indicated by accenting the last letter with kasra, just like that. Like we are going to drop the E or the ya there are many reasons that we are going to learn why this ya is dropped. There are some balagha reasons and there are some advanced concepts which you are going to inshallah study. But for now, just remember, whenever you see like these ayat where the ya is dropped, this is the possession or this is the idafa construction where this kasra is added to the last letter instead of this ya. As you can see, ujibu da'wat ad-da'i iza da'an. Means I respond to the prayer of the one who praise me, da'ani. So here ya is dropped. Again, where this ya is al-ya al-mahzufa mudaf ilayh, where it is dropped. Okay. In the next, you can see lakum dinukum waliyadeen, waliyadini. Again, the ya is dropped, and instead of the ya, this kasra is added to the noon. For you, your religion or judgment, or for me, my religion. My religion, as you can see from the translation, my religion. So the ya, which is indicating my, and this is a pronoun, attached pronoun for ana. So here it is dropped. So sometimes in first person possessive singular, the ya is dropped. Just for now, just remember these are few these are few of the advanced concepts which I'm sharing because we have some advanced students with us, and those who are beginners, don't worry. With the as we will progress in our lessons, you are going to learn these concepts and you are going to have a good grip on your concepts, inshallah. So again, this is there are some more examples of the detached pronouns. This is here you can see nahnu. This is damir munfasil. qalu innama nahnu muslihun. Again here this is the attached pronoun of nahnu's use, the na. This is the damir منفصل and this is ضمير متصل مما نزلنا على عبدنا. Again the detached pronoun نحن, and just like that here are some more examples. Okay, now then we learn about the pointing words about Ism Ishara, and again I suggest you all please remember all the charts that we are sharing because they are going to help you a lot in your advanced lessons. This is the chart for the pointing words, Ism Ishara, and as you can see there are two types of Ism Ishara, the Kareeb and Bareeb. And again, for Kareeb, we have a different chart for Muzakkar and for Monas as well. And for Bareeb, again, we have these three words for Muzakkar, and for Monas, we have these three words. So the way we are going to learn it, inshallah, is like haza hazani haulai, hazihi hatani haulai, zalika zanika ulaika, tilka tanika ulaika. Okay, so this is a chart for Ism Ishara. There are examples from the Quran for these Ism Ishara. Okay, then there are some rules we are going to check, inshallah. For example, haza kitabun. This is a book. This is a complete sentence. But when here, this haza is ismul ishara, the pointer or the pointing word, and kitab is ishara ilayhi. Now again, if we are going to add al here as a prefix to a noun, then the whole sentence will be changed as an incomplete sentence, because by adding just al, the sentence does not give a complete meaning. Like Zalikal Kitabu, that book, and it is an incomplete sentence. Zalika here is again Ismul Ishara, and Al Kitab is Al Mushar Ilayhi, the object that we are pointing to. Note that in the second example, by adding the prefix al, the sentence gives an incomplete meaning. And you can note here that the difference between phrase and sentence will be discussed in the next session when we'll study types of sentences. Okay. Now, after Ismul Ishara, we learned about the relative pronouns, the Ism Mawsul. Relative pronoun is a word used after a noun that can be a person or thing we are talking about, to make it clear and to modify the information about that noun or a person. And for again, for Muzakkar, we have these three for Wahid, Musanna, and Jama. And for Monas, we have again three words for one for Wahid, then Musanna and Jama. Allazi, Allazani, Allazina, Allati, Allatani, Allati. And then again, we learn about some examples from Quran. Then we learn about the Idafa construction, Murakkab Idafi, where there are two words in that, as we already learned, there are two words to make Idafa. The first word is Mudaf, and the second word is Mudaf ilayh. And we can see here. The first noun is called the Mudaf, as I told you, the possessed one, and the possessed, it will always be an indefinite noun, a common noun, and it will never have the article al or tanween with it. Remember this, the Mudaf can never have a tanween or an al attached to it. When the mudaf is attached to a definite or a marfa mudaf ilay, it will be considered definite too. Either it doesn't have any al attached to it, but when it is attached with a definite mudaf ilayhi, this second word is called mudaf ilayhi, then it will also be considered as definite. Baitullahi, house of Allah or Allah's house. So here, this bait, as you know, that there is no al attached to it, but because its mudafili is a definite noun, because Allah Lafzul Jalala is a definite noun, this whole fragment or this word is also become a definite noun. Note that the word Allah is definite, Lafzul Jalala is definite mudaf ilayhi in the above example. Therefore, the mudaf baytu, which is an indefinite, will be considered definite too. Okay, so this type of al-idafa, this mudaf is called al-mudafu ilal marifa. Okay, the second noun is, as I told you, is called the mudaf ilay. Then we know that it is generally not always a proper noun or is specified by prefixing al. It will always have a kasra to its last letter. So we already studied that al-murakkab idafi can be nakira or marifa construction, and most of the time it is marifa. Examples: when it is nakira common construction, then note that the mudaf alayh is nakira common in all examples too. Like, see this, uh, like we in the last slide we studied that it is if the example is kitabullahi, then Allah Lafzul Jalala, the mudaf alayhi is marifa, that makes kitab a definite noun as well, because Allah Lafzul Jalala is a definite word. And then just like that, Baitullahi, again, because Allah Lafzul Jalala is definite, so the whole construction or the mudaf is also becomes definite. In this example, see here, innahu laqawlu rasulin kareemin. Here, this mudaf alayhi is common noun. It is not a definite noun. That and the whole construction now is a nakira construction, and rasulin is also a common noun. Again, this just like that. These are the other examples, like wajazaun sayyi'atin misqala zarratin. Here again, these are the common murakkab idafi constructions, because they are both the mudaf and mudaf alayhi are nakira nouns. Okay, let's go to the next slide and see here again. There is one another interesting rule. If the musharan ali is mudaf, then the ismul ishara will come after the mudaf alayh. See, if we have to attach this ismul ishara, like we are going to translate this sentence into Arabic, like this shirt of mine, so how we are going to put haza, this. So the rule for putting haza is that if it is used for the mudaf, if the ismul ishara is used for the mudaf, then we are going to put it at the end of a sentence. See this, because this shirt, kameez, here is our mudaf, and if we are going to we have to attach an ismul ishara, we are going to attach it at the end of our sentence. Kamisi haza, this shirt of mine. But if the musharun ilayh is mudaf ilayh, then ismul ishara will come before the mudaf ilayh. Means not in the end of the sentence, but if see this here, musharun ilayh was mudaf, so we are going to attach it at the end of the sentence. But if the musharun ilayh is a mudaf ilayh, then we are going to put the the ismul ishara before mudaf ilayh or the musharun ilayh here. See here, Kitabu Hazihil Binti, this girl's book or book of this girl. This is after of status, you know that this is after of status, and again this is musharun ilayhi and mudaf ilayhi here, and we are going to put this mushara before a mudaf ilayhi, which is a musharun ilayhi here. We know that ismul ishara has the two parts. This ishara construction has two parts: ismul ishara and the musharun ilayhi. So we are going to put a ismul ishara in the middle of the sentence. Okay, again there are we studied about al-mudaf ila ma'rifa, that when this mudaf ilayh is definite tense, definite word, then we are the whole the idafa construction will be um, ma'rifa. Like Narullahi, this all murakkab idafi will be a definite construction. Narullahi, Rasulullahi, here, because this Allah Lafzul Jalala is a definite noun, this whole construction will be marifa. The possessive phrase is a combination of two nouns in which the first noun is owned by or in possession of the second noun. And this is the definition again for Murakkab Idafi. Okay, Here, some again more examples for the idafa construction for marifa when the mudaf is a marifa. Here, here kitabu Zaidin, because you know that here the mudaf is nakira while the mudaf ilayhi is marifa, but the whole construction will be marifa construction because of this mudaf ilayhi, which is marifa. Okay, and just like that, these are some more examples for marifa construction where a mudaf is wahid or singular. Kitabu, here see, it's singular. Baitu, singular. Ma'u, singular. Yadu is singular. And just like that, they're all mudafs are singular. And this is a marfa construction because of the mudaf ilayhi, which is a noun or a marfa ism. Kitabu Zaidin, Baitu Khalidin, Ma'ul Bahri, Yadul Waladi. Bahar. This is a nakira noun, but why it is considered as marfa noun? Because of this attachment of al. This al is making this whole word bahar a definite noun, and because of this definite noun, which is a mudaf ilay here, this whole construction becomes definite. Even if this word mudaf is a nakira noun here. So these are all the examples of al mudaf ila marifa. Okay, so these are the examples given. Then how we can make a word into a mudaf when it is a dual noun or when it is a plural noun. We already know that how do we make a mudaf from a singular noun, because the nakira form contains a tanween, but when we make mudaf, this word a mudaf, we have to drop uh, one dhamma, dhammatain, one of the dhammas, because mudaf cannot have a tanween or al, because it is a nakira noun. So we have to inspire. We know that it's a nakira noun. This is also a nakira noun, but to make a mudaf, we have to drop its tanween or the dhamma, double dhammas or fathas or kasras, whatever that word has. So this is the form of the mudaf, which is a mufrad word. Kitabun becomes kitabu. Jannatun becomes jannatu. Ayatun becomes ayatu. Abwabun becomes abwabu. So these all forms of the nakira noun are now ready to become mudaf because we have already dropped their tanween, right? Okay, there is one more thing I want to tell you, that when this default form of nakira contains a tanween, and when we are changing it into a mudaf form, or for whatever reason we are dropping its tanween, these type of words are called heavy or light. So, like if a word is containing the double the tanween, in the form of double dhammas or double fathas or kasras. These words are called heavy words. And when these words are somehow converted, or for whatever reason they are converted into, or their one dhamma or kasra or fatha is dropped, these all words will become light versions of that heavy version. So these are our heavy nouns and these are our light nouns because we have dropped their tanween. In the same way, when the musanna forms of the words are converted into the uh, community into their mudaf to make the idafa constructions, what we are going to do, as we did in the mufrad forms, that we drop their tanween. So what is the sign of tanween in the musanna? We already know that the sign of tanween in the musanna form is the noon. that we make in the construction, like we did in the Muslimun chart and the Muslimatun chart. So what we are going to do to make it a mudaf, we are going to drop the noon here. See, all the words are now ready to become mudaf because we have dropped their noon or the form of tanween from the musanna forms. Kitabani becomes kitaba. Yadani becomes yada. Ayat Tani becomes ayata. Kalamani becomes kalama. So they are all ready to become mudaf now. See, if the mudaf is a dual or plural noun, the noon of that will be dropped while making the dafa constructions because they are tanween or heavy forms. These are the heavy forms because they are ending with the ani constructions. The in ani combinations, we know that all the musanna forms contains the ani or any forms. So while making mudaf, we are going to drop the noon, which is used instead of a tanween for the musanna forms. Just like that, for Jama Muzakkar Salim, what we are going to do, these heavy nouns are converted into their light versions or light nouns by dropping the noon from their actual forms. Like Muslimuna becomes Muslimun, Musafiruna becomes Musafiru, Muallimuna becomes Muallimu, Muallimatun becomes Muallimatu. We are not going to drop the whole ta here. See here, this is the Jama form of, this heading was written as Muzakkar, but this is the Jama Salim only, and this is the Monas form of Jama Monas form of our mudaf. So what we are going to do, we are going to drop the extra noon from here. We are only going to drop the tanween. We are not going to drop the whole ta here. So because the actual was muallimatun, it becomes muallimatu. See here, we drop the tanween here. So, what is the main the rule here? We are going to drop the noon, the n sound here to make the mudaf. See, we dropped in the wahid. This un form is dropped to make the mudaf kitabu. Same here, we dropped the noon from here because this was the replacement for the tanween. And from Jamam Salim, Muzakkar Salim, we dropped the noon from here to make all these words a mudaf. I hope this concept is clear now. Alhamdulillah. Okay, see here. Now this word here, this is the example from Quran. Like we know that the Jamamonis form of yada is yadani. Okay, so to make a mudaf, we drop the noon here. Yadani becomes yada, and we attach the pronoun with it. Yadahu. This see here, yadaiha. What is it? These are two words. This yadai, the actual words yadaini, which becomes after dropping the noon yadai, and then we attach the damir muttasil ha yadai ha baina yadai ha ya bani. See here, this is not this is ya and banuna. Banina becomes because it is mansoob. Banina becomes bani ya bani because this is munada mansoob, and for munada mansoob we have to drop a extra noon. Ya banina becomes ya bani, right? Okay. So now there is al-mudaf ilay can also be in the form of the pronoun, and we have already done few examples before. However, the pronoun will not bear the kasra. See here, wali utimma ni'mati alaykum. Here again, you can see that ni'mati we have to add a ya here to make it an idafa. Ni'mati. Here, maluhu, see, Maluhu, malu is a mudaf, and this is a attached pronoun who, maluhu. And this is an idafa, and we know that this pronoun here is a mudaf ilayhi, but it is not having a kasra. Just like that, this ya is not having a kasra here. Nemati and ya is attached, which is without a kasra. Because you know that in all mudaf ilayhi here, we need a kasra or kasratain. See here, Hamidin, and you know that we can put the matain, kasratain, or the tanween here because it is not mudaf. The rule is for the mudaf that a mudaf will not have a tanween, but a mudaf li can have a tanween. Okay, so we were here. Like waliyuhuma, this is again an idafa construction. Waliyu and huma is a mudaf li. Waliyu is mudaf and huma is a mudaf li. Kaiduhum, again, this is a idafa construction where kaidu is a mudaf and hum is a mudaf ilayhi. Here are some more examples of idafa construction from the Quran, and we can highlight these idafa constructions as I have already given the references. You can check the Musaf and highlight these ayat, and you can put them headings. Okay, again, there is one rule here. If the demonstrative noun al-ism ishara comes in the possessive sentence, it will come after the possessive phrase. Okay,